Okay, so in this video, I will show you how to make a AR content by adding a very simple AR marker that tracks the camera when you play the content. So the first thing you have to do is to go back to your project catalog, and then we will need a marker from the asset. So if you go to prefab menu here under the add model, those are predefined AR markers that you can use. So unlike a more contemporary system, which can use any image by registering it for AR marker, we are using this very primitive system, which uses what's called a binary marker, like this, without need to scanning your image for the marker, but you are limited with this finite set. So I'm just going to use the simple one, letter A. So now we have that in our project asset. Go back to active model. It's here, and it's just basically an image, just like any other drawings and photos. So now I'm going back to the storyboard, and the project, I'm going to edit mode. And here in this list, you see the marker here, which is very small when it's inserted by default. So I will make it bigger. I will just use this. 600 times larger. So it's like that. If you want precise control, you can also type here. So right now it's 6 times larger than the original. Original was probably 1 unit. So if I want it a little larger, maybe like 7 times the original size, I will type 7 XYZ. The same number to keep the square of the marker. And just check, sitting on the ground. This thing says 0 level for the Z direction, Y up direction. So it's sitting on the ground. State 0, I will save. And for this to work for all other states, you should probably save it onto other states that you are going to use for the exhibition. But for now, I just save it into state 0, because if other states did not have a definition of this marker, it will borrow the definition from state 0. So I think if I just go to another view, the marker stays there, right? Yeah. So this is okay for me for now. Okay, and then okay. Okay, so now we are testing our AR. That can happen if I click this button. But before I clicking that, I want to explain one more thing. To do the AR test, you will need a marker like this. Okay. And then you would like to, eventually we will be using your mobile phone to see the AR. So the situation is, there's a marker here, and then you will be looking at the marker this way. So that's the setup. But right now it's just a test, so we don't want to actually do all these things. So the workaround. If you first of all, if you don't have a marker like this printed, you can either print and cut it up, and if you actually want to do that, And then I have this link here, which is AR marker file. So if you click on that, you can download the files. So the A marker is letter A.jpg, which looks like this. So you can download this and print it. That's the first way. If you don't want to print, if you don't have any access to printer, then you can go back to this website with your mobile phone, which I'm doing right now. You can click on that. So you can go to this page, and then you can in your mobile phone, and then you can go here, and you can select this in your mobile phone, and that will be giving you a marker like this on your mobile phone. So this can be a replacement of this. So right now I'm going to show that first, and then I will also show it just using this. So now I'm going to hide this camera because I'm doing Zoom now, and then I'm recording this at the same time, so I don't have enough camera. So what I'm going to do is first I will use my laptop camera and mobile phone marker, and then I will show you the AR working. And then I will show you using this. And then I will show you using also my handheld camera. So this kind of convenient for me. So I will show you a few different ways. Okay. So I will set this aside. So now I will click on this little AR marker. So now AR is looking for a camera. I'm looking for a marker. So I have this marker here, and then you see that AR is working. I have to move it this way. Yeah. So if I change, it's kind of difficult to operate like this. So you know what's going on, right? So AR is working. It's just difficult for me to position it in the right way. So that's first way. So I'm using the laptop camera and mobile phone showing the marker. So this is probably the easiest way to test if the tracking is working, but it's difficult to manipulate. So the second way, I will use this paper marker. Okay. So I will just let this camera go. So now I'm using this guy, and it's the same way. Okay. So this is the second way. And the last way, I will turn off this camera. I will just go back to the view, and then I will switch to my handheld camera. Okay, so now the AR is looking for a marker. So I'm going to use my handy cam. I'm here. And then I point at one of the markers. And I have 3 tags, the same A letter tag, but different sizes. One is 2.5 centimeter, 5 centimeter, and the last one is 10 centimeter. So I'm moving my camera around the marker. So this one is the largest marker. And then there are actually three markers here. So now I'm showing 3 markers at the same time, and then it tries to pick any one of these, but I think it's confused. So I will hide these 2. And then I just zoom into this guy. like that. So notice, because I'm using a smaller marker relative to the marker, the model becomes also smaller at the same time. So I'm going to switch to the middle size, 50 millimeter marker. So the model became a little bigger, right? And I go back to the biggest one. And then the model became very large. So the size of the marker obviously scale the whole world of the AR visualization. Right. And if I hide the marker, AR is asking me to find the marker, right? So you may have noticed when I started the AR, it showed this configuration. And the reason is this project already had a 3 stories. And the one which is showing with this star mark enabled is the default one. The default one, the first frame is like this. So when the AR starts, it will find the default story, and then it will find the first frame of that story. So that's why we are looking at this. And the second frame looks like this, and the third frame looks like this. If you do not have any story here, and then if you start the AR, it will probably complain, and it will tell you, it will try to use some state, and you may get some unexpected result, or AR does not work at all. So if you don't have any story here yet, but you want to test the AR, you can simply create one story, like AR test, and you can just save it. And that one only has the default state 0 as the frame. So I just saved it. So AR test is a new story, and I just make it a default story by clicking this star mark, right? And then I go back to here. Then I click on the AR. And then I use my AR marker. See? So now it shows the building assembled together, instead of that situation where the building was split in the previous view. So I go back to the previous web page before the AR. And the other thing is, so I go back here. I go back to the stories. I will go back to the first story. And then we initiate AR. So now you can also see the UI for slideshow. So if I click the frame, next frame button, it actually changes the view like this. Say one more frame. Okay, I can go back. If you want to make some illustration to the audience, including the tag, but also maybe a plan image. For instance, I have one in here. Then the different methods, but easiest method is to screen capture what you have in here. So I go back to editor mode, then I can go to axonometric mode, and then top view. So this is a plan. I will remove the helpers. Yeah. So this shows where the tag is relative to the model. And depending on what kind of illustration you want, you can like toggle like this, or you can keep it. For now, I just keep it. And then I will just screen capture the image. So now I'm in Photoshop, and you can do whatever you like. But for instance, I have another image here, which is a plan of the building. So if I want to use this to make the illustration, I will just copy it in here. And then maybe I can put some title. And then maybe I just crop out. And you can just print this and then use it for your AR project.